Previously on Smoko Sailing.
There she goes.
But it's awesome here. It looks really nice. We're like the only people here, which sometimes makes you feel weird.
Never built a bonfire, but I think we're doing pretty well.
We are Amon and Leah, sailing with our dog Pino aboard Cosmo. We quit our jobs to sail around the world, fixing things, exploring new places, and embracing the beautiful chaos that comes with life at sea. This is Smoko Sailing.
We had another incredibly rolly night. I don't know if it's the remains of Flossie that's passing through, that's further down south, kind of by Mazatlan, which I think it's like a Category 3 hurricane right now, but we're up in San Pedro, just a few miles north of San Carlos, and it's been blowing like crazy here. A little bit more gusty rather than sustained winds. During the night, they just feel so much scarier. I don't know why. Everything during the night just feels so much worse because you're just trying to sleep and everything just shakes, rattles, and rolls. We ended up taking everything down so it wouldn't blow away. We took down our window shades, which is why our entire cockpit looks like a yard sale. Look at these swells rolling in. These are pretty gnarly. And they're hitting us right on the beam right now because of the way that the wind is. Poor guy. Are you getting nervous? It's gonna be like this for the next probably like 2 days. Tomorrow and maybe the day after tomorrow we might get some lightning. It's already like looking pretty overcast. I'm really hoping that eventually we'll turn like into the waves. Maybe we just need to put out a stern anchor. Instead of the flopper stopper, we should have just put out a stern anchor. Because when you put out a stern anchor, you're able to position your boat to go directly into the waves. I wonder what our models say. What do you think about putting out a stern anchor? No? Why not?
Well, because the wind's changing directions, so then we'll be, I don't know.
Might go for a walk.
We've been in worse. I don't know if that rocker stopper does anything.
I don't think it's doing anything. It's a fun beach landing. But look at these waves. That's what we were trying to surf in.
You want it? Tell me you want it. What? Yeah? Pretty much.
It's much nicer than being on a rolly boat.
Still better than being on the hard, I will say.
Might have like even footing on in a boatyard, but you know what? You don't have this. All of this. All of this. This is all temporary. In a boatyard, you're just stuck in there.
This is going to be like our third night of pretty brutal winds and rolliness in this Anchorage.
It's so loud.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're not worried about dragging because we would have the past 2 nights. It's just loud. You gotta make sure nothing's on deck. I lost one of my Havaianas I'm pretty upset about. Tomorrow the winds are supposed to die down. We have some neighbors. That's kind of interesting. This charter boat that came in, so I hope they're having fun. The cockpit is actually a graveyard of all the things we've tried.
Yeah.
We've tried to use the chairs, didn't work. I tried to inflate the board.
All of the sunshade.
Yeah, all the sunshades, so it's kind of a mess, but we were gonna set up
twinkle lights.
We had such intentions, but the past 3 days have been a complete wash, which maybe it's good because it forces us to slow down, but peel.
Having little Pino aboard gives us a built-in reason to get off the boat a few times a day and get some movement. A win-win for all crew members.
how you tire out a poodle.
Successful dog walk. We did it.
Wet rat.
He's bathed. Celebrating the end of the storm.
When in Mexico, we drink Santo Tomas Tempranillo. It's from here.
Okay.
Hecho on Mexico. Made in Mexico.
She's getting so good. Leah, what's wine in Spanish?
Vino.
What are we celebrating, Leah? We are 1 year officially into cruising. Cheers.
Cheers.
1 year ago, we left Monterey. Isn't that wild? Holy cow, we got beat up.
We've had scary
We've had so
sails
far.
since then, but
That was the worst so far. Flash forward 1 year, we have such a different boat right now. We've improved so many things. And the cool thing about cruising is you kind of figure out what works and what doesn't.
before we even moved aboard, I had ideas for what I wanted to do with a boat, and I had some crazy ideas.
Yeah, what's the craziest thing you wanted to do?
I wanted to paint all of the walls white because I really like.
What kind of walls are they?
They're teak.
What kind of teak? Beautiful teak?
And when we started doing projects, and I realized how long everything takes and how many things we have to get done. And also, I actually really love all of the teak that we have inside. Anyways, that was a very stupid idea, I know. What would you say your biggest lessons?
I haven't learned it yet, but like slowing down, especially in project world. Slow down, we're not in a rush. I think we came from a world where everything was time bound, so I still have a hard time not doing something. Oh, you know what my lesson is? Probably like everything's temporary. Right now, we're just nearing the end of horrible weather, and I think last night in the middle of the night, I think we were both like, F this, but
Yeah.
It's like, hey, remember 4 days ago, you guys were on the beach enjoying a barbecue, eating fish you just caught, like.
It was, yeah. It was just
And we said that when we were there too, do you remember?
so incredible,
We
yeah.
were like, yeah, this is short, but we saw the wind coming.
We had like this habit of saying, oh, we'll get it later when we come across something that we need to buy. And my biggest lesson learned is if you come across something that you need, just buy it then and there. Because we're now in places in Mexico where it's harder to source certain things. We've had so many moments where it's like, oh, okay, like
Or
weeks
get-
later, months later, like we could never find it.
Or if you get something that you know you use, get 2 or 3 of them. Buy it and put it in like under the floorboards. And when we get to that project 6 months later, get it.
Any surprises? Anything that like surprised you about cruising?
Sun. We used to talk about like, hey, we don't want covers. We love the sun. But here, like, you can't escape. Sometimes not even paying attention, you get almost sunburned. I remember saying like, oh yeah, but we love being hot. And it's like, you don't know what hot is.
This is a new
Girlfriend,
level of hot.
You don't know what hot is. Mm-mm.
This is a new level of hot. Yeah.
Yeah. What are some things that you're like game changers for the boat? What would you recommend to absolutely buy if you're gonna cruise in hot weather slash
Okay,
Mexico?
an ice maker is
Yeah.
just get an ice maker. Ran into a couple guys at the boatyard and we were talking about stuff that we have on our boat, and they didn't have a lot of stuff on their boat because they were like those minimalist sailers. They're like, you have an ice maker?
Wait,
That
can I
must
jump
be
in
nice."
real quick?
Yeah.
For some reason, every male that Leah meets has to tell her that she's incorrect. But in the boatyard, poor Leah, like left, right, and center, they'd be like, well, I don't know about that.
I'm just going to the bathroom, and like for some reason
They're like,
people
you need to
just
sit
stop
down
me.
and pee. What are you doing? Everything's temporary.
Yeah.
That was not thunder. Was it?
What has been one of the downsides of cruising?
Sometimes like the weather, and then you're just like, you're pissed, but it's like there's literally nothing you can do. I'm a fixer by trade. I tend to like try to fix things, and then when it's bad weather, it's like, sorry bro, like there's no, you can't.
I think meeting other cruisers and making friends in the cruiser community. Like the con is that you make friends, but then you like separate. And
Yeah.
it's like we make friends and then people kind of like part and go their separate ways because everyone has a different cruising plan.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really have a plan, but our plan wasn't to go to French Polynesia this year. You meet other cruisers, and you form these bonds with other sailors because you have more in common with them than your friends back home and your family back home. Like, they understand everything. I think that's like the pro, I would say. Like, pros of cruising is that the cruising community, I'm sure that there's a lot of crappy people out there, but the cruising community for the most part is everyone's really willing to help out. But yeah, we've met all kinds of like really interesting and fun people. Like,
interesting is all walks of life. Like, seriously, there's boats, we've seen boats that are huge and expensive, and we've seen boats where like we're worried for your safety.
Yeah.
Like, it's across the whole game. So some people are like, how much money do you need to cruise? It's like as much as you want.
Yeah. You could do it for pennies. You could do it for millions. Yeah. I think one of like the biggest surprises has been the amount of projects and upgrades that we did in the first year. And we did our first like monthly check-in of cruising. I think we got to the point where we're like, oh, we don't have enough solar to charge our lithium batteries. And then we started going down the path of ordering the solar arch. And that was like the very beginning of our projects. If someone asked us, you know, what's like your first year of cruising, like your expenses, don't ask us, because you can't base the cruising on our first year of expenses, because we spent an insane amount of money because we did our standing rigging. We spent 3 months in the boatyard. Okay, so still like it? I still really like it. Do you still feel like you just started? Yeah. Yeah, it's been a whole year and I'm like, I still don't know what the... I think because we spent 25% of the year in the boatyard. Yeah. We learned so much. It's really funny, like, so a big part of that was like our rudder. And when that happened, I was like, I don't even know how my rudder works. You just learn stuff as they break. You know, I've learned a lot about my engine. I learned a lot about like mechanics and like measuring. It's been a really awesome year. Thank you for tuning in. We do it just for you. We would... Just recapping the entire year, it's like we've gone to so many places, sailed probably 2,500 miles, and made it to Mexico, like, which was our goal. People are like, what's your plan? I'm like, dude, I literally have no idea. I have no idea. I'm having so much fun. Yeah. We've been in this bay for a week. No. Almost a week. I feel like we just got here. Now that we have like our Mexican residency squared away, major projects are done, like, we're just hopefully gonna meet up with our friends in Bahia de Los Angeles and that would be cool. Tuck her in, stay safe for hurricane season, and do some fishing. Cheers to 1 year. Congratulations. And congratulations, we've made it. You did it.
This year taught us a lot. Not just about sailing or fixing a boat, but we've also learned that slowing down, sticking it out, and giving places time tends to pay off.
We are finally in a peaceful Anchorage, and it's our last day. We're finally getting some peace and quiet, and these calm conditions are just absolutely gorgeous. So let's sleep. So let's sleep.
We spent our last day in Bahia San Pedro exactly how we wanted. No agenda, no projects, just beach time, calm water, and soaking up a beautiful bay in the Sea of Cortez. Earlier, Armand said he's working on slowing down. I think this might be his best work yet. Thanks for watching and being part of the virtual Smoko sailing crew. Join us next time as we figure out where the wind is going to take us next.